Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. My name is Gidster, and I've been very busy. I have been quite hard at work doing this. I'm almost done. It looks really bad right now, but I'm gonna fill, obviously, these holes in. This is all gonna be grass. This is currently moss blocks. But I've been placing all of this stuff, but I've completely ran out of moss. And these are the last 7 bones that I literally own to my name. So, I can't actually finish this because I don't have enough moss blocks left. So, I am in desperate need of a moss farm for sure. I'm not quite sure if I really love the moss. Like here, it looks great, right? You can tell this is a slightly different green than this, and it just kind of creates a pretty good look, right? But then if you look over here, the grass texture is different, and this contrast is crazy different. So, I'm not sure if I'll keep it. I think I will, but it definitely creates a completely different look in some of the other grass biomes. So on the agenda for today, I would like to make a moss farm, obviously, because I need more moss. But I actually, before I do any of that, I saw something online that I would love to recreate, and I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna grab the materials really quick and slap it together. It's not that big, but I'll be right back. Bruh. Of course. How do I suck so much at this game that I play so much? This is crazy. That's a nice looking orca. This is, I think, the angle that like it's meant to be seen from. It's very big when you're up close to it, but like from here, the scale is kind of correct. I feel like it adds so much, but it's so subtle, if that makes sense. Like I feel like, I don't know, it's so hard to describe, but like when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, maybe I don't like that, but like, it's just kind of there, and I don't know if I'll ever really see it or look out, but it's just kind of, you'll just be like going along and you're just like, oh wow, look at that, that's an orca. And then like combined with these birds and just like, I don't know, it's just, it adds like just an element of something to look at. It adds life, I guess. And I built it out there, so it's just kind of, I don't know, just something you see. I love it. So I didn't actually design the orca. There's a statue in Vancouver, Canada called the Digital Orca or something like that, I believe. And it's literally like perfect for being in Minecraft. So I just copied that and put it in here, and it fits so well. It's so good. So obviously it's not mine, but the credit goes to whoever is, whoever made this statue. But honestly, it fits so well, especially in this world. Before I move on to making the moss farm, I have one other thing I need to take care of. All right, that is so much better. It was bothering me that like this kind of thing was not finished, so I just went ahead and slapped this together. Obviously, this like top dirt section is not done yet, and should be a lot smoother, I guess. It's like kind of just a line of dirt up there, but it will get fixed. But having this cliff done here makes my anxiety so much better. So I asked you guys what you thought about the ice on top here, and Joshua said it kind of looks like an ice glacier, which is, I totally agree. And I don't think that's exactly like what I'm going for. So I might just go ahead and get rid of the ice. So I went and gathered all of the materials that I'm gonna need for this moss farm. And yeah, this is literally all of it. It just fits in these 2 shulker boxes. And I'm thinking right in this area is a good spot. I like it if it'll just be like right in here. So yeah, this looks good. Let's get to building.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
All right, the moss farm is working now. It's working great. It's actually out. I actually put on the composters here, so it's not actually a moss farm right now. These composters are really loud. but it's actually making bone meal, and I don't have that much yet. I'm gonna let this thing run for a little bit. I gotta go to a volleyball game, so I'm gonna do that, and then once I have enough bone meal, hopefully I can get a good stock of moss blocks going, and then finally I can finish the hill. Okay, I ran in the farm for a bit, and it's got a solid amount of bone meal. Obviously, some of it is getting like recycled to be sent to power the farm, but yeah, it's got a little bit here stocked up. And of course, I would like to put a building around this, but I'm not going to do that this episode. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to put around this, and then hopefully I can try to make it look pretty good. But it's kind of big, right? That's a pretty big building. But I have something else in mind, and it involves, unfortunately, taking down the starter house. This starter house is pretty good. I like it. It's okay, but it just doesn't match the style, and it's, you know, I don't know. I think it's time for it to go, but I also have to go collect some of the resources that I need. I need terracotta for the build that I'm going to do, and I don't know where a Badlands is, so I have to go find a Badlands. I tried to use chunk base to find a Badlands, but it doesn't seem like it worked. So I think the time may come where I'm going to dip into the supply of my other stuff. I've been building for a long time. I built a lot of stuff without doing anything like that. I have to go a lot of blocks anyway to go get some terracotta, so I think I'm gonna go see if I have any in my old storage room back at my old base. There she blows. It's been a while, my old friend. There's a block missing there. It's probably gravel, and it was probably an Enderman. Back to the old storage room. I don't know if I have any terracotta in here. I assume that I do. Yeah, I'm just gonna use some of this terracotta. The thing is, like, as far as farms, I think I will avoid using any of the farms that are here. Like the iron farm that's in here, or any of these sheep farms here. I don't think I'll use any of those farms, or the villagers over there. I'm not gonna use any of those farms, but I decided I will use the location specific ones, like specifically the witch farm that I made. It has to be in a specific location. So I think it's an okay rule for me to go use that stuff, because otherwise I'd have to go search and find another like witch hut to make the farm. And yeah, I think I don't even know if there's that many witch huts in the world, so I think it's a good little compromise. But honestly, I'm kind of cut up as far as like progression up to the same area that I was when I used to play in this world. I had full diamond armor and I got good tools, so it's not like I'm kind of skipping a progression step here. I'm just I'm already here, so I don't feel like it's cheating, and I stayed playing in this world for a reason. So home sweet home. I gotta gather just a little bit more materials up, and then I also gotta tear down the house, unfortunately. The end of an era. The starter house is gone. Finally, this is literally the remnants of the starter house. But it must be removed for bigger and better things.
A few moments later.
All right, here is part of the build. This is just like the tower that I had on it, and I wanted to stop and kind of show this off because like I'm trying something new here, and it's a little bit different than what I normally do. But I tried to do something that's a little bit different as far as like textures. So it's supposed to be kind of viewed from a distance. This is something that BWO has been doing in his building series, and I was like, you know what, I want to try to do that. So like if I look from this distance, you can actually still see that there's like texturing there. It almost looks like there's like blocks of I don't know, bricks or something in there. But if you build with all grays, like you can kind of see this because I'm zoomed in that this is like different gray textures. But from like from a distance, like this wall there's like you can kind of see it, but it's almost just a gray blob. Like you can kind of see that there's cobblestone on that top right corner, but there is stone and gravel and andesite in there, and it's just like it just becomes a gray blob. So this is everything that like BWO said. So I'm just kind of like, I'm trying something new as well with him, like with what he did. And so I'm going to try and see if I can, you know, if that looks good, you know? I'm not going to pretend like I'm some amazing builder that comes up with these ideas, but he came up with the idea, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I tried to incorporate that in this tower, and I think that it really works actually. One other thing that I like about this tower is I feel like you guys wouldn't really notice this unless I pointed this out to you, but this almost looks like a deer head, right? So you got like the head and then like the antlers. I kind of made that up on accident, but I think it really looks like one, and it really definitely meets the vibe of like a Nordic style thing. I mean, even this look almost looks like antlers kind of. So like this was kind of an accident, but I like that look of this thing. I think the tower, I might change it slightly, the roof here, make it a little bit more spiky, but this like kind of thing that goes around the edge. I really liked that. And then this flag, it's okay. I like it. It was just whatever. I just kind of threw it on here. I think I might be able to change this. I had an idea. If this is deep slate instead of black wool, and then you could put lapis, like deep slate lapis in here. I wonder if that would work. I don't think I have any of that stuff really, but I might. Plus, this is literally all my possessions. But anyway, I have some. I wonder if I could do that. You know what? I'm going to do it real quick. All right, I mean, there's something there, but I don't think it quite has the same vibe as the wool did. I mean, there's something there you could probably use, but I don't like it. I like the the other one before better. All right, I'm gonna finish putting the rest of this build together, and I'll be right back. I got the rest of the build in. It's looking pretty good. I like it. There's a few key features that I incorporated into this that I kind of really like, and something I'm trying out new here. First off, this pine tree is way different than I normally do, but it's more of what you would see in real life, I think, of a conifer spruce tree. Like, it's got that real stringy kind of vibe, I guess, for all the branches. So I actually really like this. Plus, it's way taller than any of the rest of the trees I've done. So I think I'm trying to build slightly bigger because I usually build really small, like builds like this, and you don't leave too much room for texture. But I gotta sleep, and I'm gonna explain everything I did in this building as well. So this one, I tried something as well with the texturing, and you see how this is like kind of like a brown concrete powder here. Oh, I'm sorry, this is brown concrete and brown wool, and then brown concrete powder. So what I did, right, is I tried to create like, it's almost like it's darker up there because of you know, the overhanging shadow part. So when you're kind of, I guess, standing a little bit further back, you have like, you see how it's like, it's almost like it's darker right underneath where the edge of where it would be, and the wool is there, and then the brown concrete powder. So it's almost like it's a shadow of the roof, and that's why it looks a little bit darker up at the top. I don't know if the colors at the bottom are like completely correct, but I think that's something new to me, and I was trying it out, and I think I like it, and I'm gonna try to be using it more often in my builds. And I've never built a water wheel before, ever. I've never built a water wheel, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, I like this one. And I like this one because I kind of did these stairs here, so it almost looks like it's slightly turning, if that makes sense, because of the angle of how these worked. Trust me, this is not my first design. I'll show you my first design of what I came up with this water wheel. It looks like garbage. So I want to encourage you, if you start building something, just like keep trying, because, you know, like I first started out, I was like, yo, that looks like trash. And then, you know, this now looks slightly better. I mean, I like it. It looks good. And it took me, you know, a few renditions to get to this final product that I like. So if you first build something and you don't like it, you know, keep trying it. Change it. See if you like it. And, you know, if you just change something, then it should look a little bit better, I assume, eventually, over time. Yeah, I like this this whole tree, this vibe here. I really am trying to focus on texturing with a purpose now. So like this well right here is just something I kind of threw together, but I wanted to create, so like the mossy section over here, and it's more like broken down slowly until this is like maybe what it normally would be, the stone, but like it's kind of like broken down, and the moss has broken the rocks down over here. I started out building it, and I just was like putting down stuff in a row, and I was like, oh, this just whatever texture. But then I was like, wait a second, I could texture with the purpose, as like put these on this side and like, I don't know, kind of make a little bit more sense, I suppose, than just having a random texture. Same thing here. I got this like the concrete powder down in here, so like the overhanging part is creating a shadow here. So I do like that part. I think I need to put something more in this area right in front of the door, but I have no idea what that is. I literally just put it on the roof, so that's cool. I changed this out because I thought it was a little bit better. It still has that little dark texture, but it's not quite as dark as the basalt that I had there earlier. I don't know what this is, but it's like maybe dead vines that were hanging on the back, and a cobweb. I have like a few cobwebs in here. Like this is kind of like a barny thing, and it's just gonna be storage, I think. So it's like slightly overgrown, right? So it's just stuff that you kind of keep your storage in here and stuff like that. I don't know what this is. These are not supposed to be that color, but yeah, it's just some sort of like, oh, this is where the water comes in. Like the water comes, these buckets will fill up with water, which, speaking of which, I should probably put water in them to make, I forgot to do that, but whatever. And then, you know, it goes in there. Got a little whatever this is out here to just create something. Nice little storage area. I was thinking about putting 2 villagers right here and here, 2 farmer villagers, so that I could, you know, have some somewhere. That'd be kind of cool. And maybe I put some honey blocks right there so they can't jump out. And then let's go see the second floor. This is just whatever. This is a staircase. And the second floor, it is, there's literally like nothing up here, and it's mostly, there's like holes and stuff, so I do have to fix this part up, I think. But this is where I figured I'd have some bulk storage of just like, you know, tons of stone or stuff I have like a lot of items of, and I can put some more like, some workstations in here, maybe a furnace or whatever I need else in here, and anvil, and yeah, this is a lot bigger and better, have way more space than my other little starter house. There's nothing up here. This is literally just the top. I don't know what to put up there. So yeah, I think it turned out quite well. I'm gonna probably put a few more of these types of trees, maybe slightly smaller. This vibe, I guess, in the area. I really like it. It came together really well. I like it a lot. Way different than most of the stuff I've ever done, and I think it's really good as far as like the progress from what I used to be able to do to now. So I think in maybe a few more years or so, if I'm still playing Minecraft, which I probably will be, I will see some progression from even to this to something else. I mean, this is pretty normal of what I kind of have built in the past. It's not that amazing, but it's fairly good. But this is a lot different than that, I would say. Lots of texture, it's way bigger, but I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Remember, stay spicy, boys.